Coming in backwards. Boom, we're in. I hate starting. It's always the most awkward part. It's like a first date when you're like trying to make conversation. And today we're gonna make a trifle. And a trifle is basically layers of different things in glass. It's kind of like those stupid salads you see in mason jars, except sweet, like dessert. So our trifle is gonna have layers of chocolate cake, homemade. We're gonna make a really easy homemade chocolate mousse, and we're gonna whip some cream. And then we're gonna do layers of all of that with pretzels and potato chips and M&Ms. I'm gonna call this the trail mix trifle. I'm gonna start off by making this chocolate cake. We're gonna start off with 1 cup of flour. This is all-purpose flour. Cocoa powder right on in there. Cup of sugar, granulated, just normal sugar. Pinch of salt, it's like a half teaspoon, something like that. I don't remember which is which, but we've got baking soda and baking powder, equal parts in there. I'll give this a little magic whirl like that. Boop-a-doo-doo. And then we're gonna add in our wet ingredients. It's gonna be half a cup of milk, 1 cup of water, right on in, a little bit of vanilla, an egg, 2 tablespoons of canola oil. And then something that people are gonna be like, that's fucked up, I'm adding into it is 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Don't have to do this, it's just gonna help make it more luxurious and rich. I have a hand mixer. We're gonna go like this, turn it on. Just mix it all together. Go slow speed, so it doesn't like, poof, like all powder up in your face, you know? It's all just mixing together nicely. Oh, do you see how it forms a heart? That's so cool, it's so cute. Because I love chocolate. Okay, I'm gonna grease just a nice load of butter, whatever you want, right into the cake pan. This is gonna help the parchment paper stick in here. All of the sides too. Take your parchment. This just ensures that the cake will come out super easily. Fold it in half, fold it in half again. Gonna fold it again. You're making like a little triangle here. So that's our little parchment. And I'm gonna take it, put it in the middle, mark it, cut it right around there, and it'll give us a nice little circle to fit on the bottom. Ta-da! Just like that. And I might go up the sides a teensy bit, that's okay. Look at that, beautifully lined. Next up, we're gonna grease the pan again, just the parchment now. It's gonna be the nicest grease job I've ever given. Batter, fluffy, smooth. Gonna pour it right in. Cake is gonna go into a 375-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes until a knife or a toothpick inserted into the middle comes out clean. Oh, look at you guys following me around. It's like fucking stalkers, I swear to God. That's what's happening, you guys just following me around? It's creepy. Get out of my fucking face. What did I say we're gonna do next? Mousse. We're gonna do like a double boiler situation. People always say double boiler. We're gonna fill it up with some water, maybe about 2 inches of water. I'm gonna put a bowl on top of it. And this is 12 ounces of chocolate chips. This is semi-sweet chocolate chips. So that's like 1 bag, basically. And then I'm gonna do 1 cup of cream into this, and we're just gonna heat them up and melt it together. While that's happening, I will beat my cream. I'm gonna put this in here, and I was gonna put, this is like salt, and I was gonna put it in there, but it's the recipe I wrote, I don't know why it puts it in there, so we're gonna do that. I'm also gonna whip some cream, like some chantilly cream they call it. That means it has like vanilla and sugar in it. 2 more cups of cream, and then I think this is a half a cup of confectioner's sugar, and then a couple, 1 or 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm gonna whip this cream first. You could do it by hand, but why? Why? Look at this. Multitasking. Easy. This is making such a mess. Here, I'm gonna teach you something about not making a mess. I'm gonna go like this. This is gonna not. So then, you can't see what's happening, but it's not getting dirty. This is almost done whipping. And then I gotta whip that cream. Turn that off for a second. Give me 1 moment. I love my everything little. I like my little spatula. I like my little tiny whisk. Just go like this. So my goal for 2019 is to be more like ladylike. So if you notice, I'm not swearing. Am I? Have I sworn yet? Did I swear already? Okay. Anyways. All right, this is done. Because what I'm gonna do is whip this cream and we're gonna fold it all together. This is so boring. Ugh, I forgot how much whipping is in this fucking stupid recipe. Can I get someone else to whip for me? I hate doing this, it's so boring. All right. Okay, go ahead, this is Ian. Ian's gonna whip, I don't know if I should like, should I like zoom in and stuff? Here we go. Ooh, I didn't. This is more fun. Here's Virginia. There's Amanda. Watch out, I'm taking your jobs, guys. I don't need you. A one-woman show over here, I can't.
Triple threat.
Yeah, triple threat. Oh, it's hard to focus on this, on white. All right, you're baking butter. You're good now. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, look at this. We got our chocolate. This is chocolate and cream, that's it. This is salty cream. Oh, it's really fucking salty. I might have put too much salt in. I don't know. But once it, it'll dim out. And also the saltiness, it's gonna go hand in hand and kind of accentuate the flavor of the chocolate. I'm going to get a big bowl and put ice in it and then water. We're gonna cool this down faster. But I need to be cool because otherwise it will like melt the whipped cream. Ian spent all that time whipping the cream. If I added in warm chocolate, just melted it, it would suck. I'm just gonna fold this into here. Oh, look at that. That is really good. Salt is perfect. Back to chocolate cake. All right, ready? Yeah, it's perfect. Clean knife. This is gonna cool, and we're gonna fucking use it. There I go saying fucking, I'm like a lady that I am. So now we're ready to assemble our trifle. So I'm just gonna do basically layers of all of these ingredients, and we have all these like random little bits and bops that we're gonna put in there. On the bottom of this, we're gonna spread half of the chocolate mousse. So we're just gonna spread it out into an even layer. Then we're gonna put half of the chocolate cake, drop that in there. And the whole point of like doing it in this glass, like the thing with the trifle, is that it's clear and so you can see all the layers. And it can be rustic, but it doesn't have to be perfect. But you do want to put things right up against the side because you're gonna see it. I really wanted to do like a chocolate cake and like mousse thing with potato chips. And then I was like, well, how do I do this? And I wanted to make it a trifle, but like, how do I do it? And I want to do fruit. I was talking to someone and we were like, let's do all of the elements of like trail mix. We're gonna put some whipped cream on top of this. So half the whipped cream. Again, right to the edge of the glass. It looks really pretty. So this is our middle layer. Now you can put anything you want into this middle layer. This is where a lot of people would typically add like different fruits and stuff. I'm making like a version of like a trail mix. I hate raisins. When I was a kid, the babysitter I went to had, there's another kid who went to it and he basically always ate raisins, but he also always picked his nose and ate his boogers. And so to me, raisins feel like boogers for some reason. I don't know, I had that association of like booger fingers eating raisins. I don't know, it's fucking gross. I did want to have a fruit element and we decided to put some jam in it. So I've just got a raspberry jam. You can use any jam you want. Some of that onto here. So again, get that up towards the side so you can actually see it. So then in the middle there, we're also gonna add in some chocolate covered pretzels and some chocolate covered potato chips. But the reason why I'm using chocolate covered in this middle layer is because we're gonna put all of this shit back on top of it. And if you just use fresh potato chips and fresh pretzels, they're gonna get soggy. But I ate so much today, I can't eat it all myself. M&Ms, like half the M&Ms, I don't know, you can use as many as you want. That looks pretty good. Next up, peanuts. It sounded like I said penis, but I said peanuts. So some nuts. Look at the top of that, it looks pretty. Did you get the top of it? See it, see it? What if I just dropped this whole thing? That would have sucked. We're gonna finish off with our last 3 layers. Gonna get some chocolate mousse on top. Just the rest of it, clean it all out. Spread into an even layer, right there. More chocolate cake, that's the next layer. Okay, this is gonna be fucking high as hell. Put that up to the side. I don't know why this is so much bigger than I've made it before. Oh, I know why. Because last time I ate like mostly a cake and ingredients as I was doing it. So I didn't have quite as much, but this time I didn't eat as much on camera. Whipped cream on the top. Doesn't matter. I think I put too much cream in the other layer. I didn't have as much for the top. It's fine. Not a big deal, people. See, because you're gonna cover this. You're not gonna see this. Looks pretty good, kind of rustic. So on the top of this, I'm gonna put M&Ms. We're gonna do some peanuts. Crunch up the old pretzels right on top of there. So beautiful. So here we have our trail mix trifle. We've got layers of homemade mousse, homemade chocolate cake, homemade whipped cream, and then a bunch of store-bought goodies that are nice and crunchy and weird and delicious. I'm super into the idea of the potato chips on it and pretzels. You can serve this or like you can just dig in like this and just eat it. So look at that, I got a little bit of everything on that bite. Some chocolate mousse, some chocolate cake, some whipped cream. Oh, big bite. It's really good. And this was just delightful and crunchy and sweet and a little bit salty. To get this crazy ass recipe, click the link in the description below.